I'm using a split primary palette with warm and cool versions of blue, yellow, red, and also white, and either Payne's gray or burnt umber. I'll put a color list below so you can see. So for this landscape, I'm taking some new Gamboge and washing it across the entire landscape so it'll sort of glow from underneath. And then blue for the sky. Now for the hills, I want to sort of push this a little bit towards orange, and the reason is that green, purple, and orange are a beautiful combination in a landscape, and that's what I'm trying to demonstrate with this particular gouache painting. This is something I just sent out the full-length version to subscribers, so if you're interested, I'll put a link below. They go to people's inbox once a week. And we've been working on these color triads like green and orange and purple, and also working on landscapes. So this is just a gouache demonstration of that, but you can do it in watercolor as well. So I've got the buildings in with kind of a more neutral color, but now I'm going to work on all the trees in this landscape. And one of the things I talk about a lot with painting trees is to make the greens really different from one another. So here I'm starting with a very dark bluish green for some trees that look like, more like conifers, like maybe a Douglas fir or something like that. So I'm getting in those really dark colors first, but then I'm going to go pretty quickly to lighter greens and also just very different mixes of greens so that the trees don't look like just sort of a messy jumble, and they really stand out and are just interesting to look at all by themselves. So I'm doing this sort of medium green that goes in next to it, and then I'll switch over and have a couple of these trees be more of an olive green. So there's a lot more differences between the trees in my painting than what you would see in a photo or if you were standing in front of the scene. So I'm really exaggerating this. I'm doing a more turquoise kind of bluish color, sort of like a blue spruce might be. I'm just using a lot of what I already know about trees to really think about how far can I push these colors and really make this work. So I have a lot of differences here in my color scheme, but as you can see, I've still got a lot of details left to go. So when you're painting with gouache, it's helpful to work in layers like this. So now I'm coming in on top with the castle in the background and doing lighter layers, doing sort of a more colorful mid layer, getting in some architectural details with a really fine brush. So this is the fun part where it really starts to come to life. Now, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I send out a newsletter once a week to subscribers where you can get these in your inbox, and there's the link. So please do check it out. We do everything that you can do inside a sketchbook. So it's not just gouache, it's watercolor, ink, everything. Okay, let's get back to this. Now I'm really going crazy with the highlights, adding both lighter and darker tones to the mid-tones that I originally put down for these trees. So when I'm working in layers like this, especially with gouache, I like to think of, like with these trees, I was like, well, I'm just going to do the middle value, and then I'm going to punch it up and add detail with darker and lighter colors once that's dried. And it's a really fun way to paint. It looks pretty cool once it's all done, but you got to kind of have patience with the process and know that, it's going to take a while and it's just going to come along. So, sort of my last step or close to last step is just to kind of punch up the mountains in the background. Once again, adding dark and light. So these beautiful purple shadows, which again really help with this mixture of purple, green, and orange in a landscape. You can probably see how that's coming together. I'm also going to use that purple for some shadows as well. And it just really makes it pop. So this I actually painted for one of my subscribers. So I do a thing where you can send me a photo and I'll paint your photo. If I end up using it in a lesson, I will paint it. I'll send the lesson out to everybody, and then I'll send the original painting to you to keep. So anyway, the full version of this goes out to subscribers. So check the link below if you're interested in subscribing and getting much more details about this kind of painting. And also give this video a like, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of these. Thanks very much.